Coke Lemon. Okay, we are live.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, we are yes, we are streaming to the world at large. So welcome everybody to another installment of the stream that doesn't have a name that really probably should get a name. Tonight I am super excited to have Andre, aka PigglesdiGaijin, back to the show. I think you were on before, but the schedule didn't work out, so I think we were only able to have you
Yeah,
on for like 10 minutes, which sucks.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So Andre, tell
Yo,
us tell us about you for those crazy people who don't already know. Give us some background.
background. Wow. Well, as you know, my name is Andre. I'm from Jamaica. I came to Japan. I came to Japan about a year, almost a year now. I was May last year, May 2014. To work with a Kaiwa company where I teach English clearly. And what else do you need to know? I'm 28 years old. My birthday is April 9th. April 9th. So, I mean, it's right around the corner, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just taking in this wonderful experience here in Japan. The good, the bad, the ugly. More good than bad. And yeah, I hope to further build my audience and my friends and my network, and be happy because I mean, life is short. You gotta
Yeah.
live it right, and so I try to make people around me happy, regardless, even if it costs me something. I like to see people happy, so that's what I hope my videos do for people. Um, Try to put a smile on people's faces. Maybe I try too hard sometimes, but
It's
it's
better
a
to try too
part.
hard than not hard enough, isn't it?
Right, it is. And
Yeah.
because of my background being that I am a Christian, one, and two, I was raised in a Christian home. My father's actually a priest back
Oh,
home in Jamaica. So, I mean, I have that almost pastoral, shepherd like instinct that I always want to help everyone, regardless of how, even if it means that I might be put off a little, but once I have enough to help, no matter in any way, shape, or form, try to help one because life is funny sometimes, and it just sometimes people just need a little help and a little smile and that sort of thing. So yeah, I try to employ that in my life. So yeah,
awesome, man.
that's
It's a good mentality to have, and it's always, I mean, if only for the sake of self-preservation, to look at it a completely selfish way. It's good to pay it, isn't it?
yeah.
Because you never know when you're going to be in the same exact situation. But so why? I mean, maybe you've told this story like to the point of being nauseous, but nauseated to the point of being nauseated. But why Japan?
Let's see, Japan for me. All right, so I graduated from university in 2008. Wow, wow, just clicked. It's still 2015, right? So and I got a job maybe a couple months after in a bank, at one of the major commercial banks in Jamaica, and I was there for about 5.5 years. The thing about the job was that there was no movement for me. I was in the same job for 5.5 years, and so I mean, what's the point? I was on a contract each year, renewable. There were promises made to us that weren't kept because of the ever changing economy,
Mm,
and so I was looking for a way out. I needed to make something, to do something life changing in my life. And my friend said she saw something online, and she did her research, and she's someone who's very thorough. And she did her
mm,
research, and she got an interview for us. She saw it out and got herself, her friend, and another friend to go to Japan. And so they were saying, "Hey Andre, if you really want, I think we were very close. All three of us were very close." And she said to me, "Hey Andre, if you're serious, only if you're serious, you could come to Japan and teach English and make some money." I'm like, whatever. I'm not leaving Jamaica. Who's
right.
leaving Jamaica to go anywhere? Because I always dreamed uh, to help build my country. and you know what I mean. So that was I was also afraid of leaving Jamaica because it would be the first time I would have been on my own, like really on my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I said, okay, let me just hold on. Where am I? Get this on my eyes and stuff. No. Okay, so and you know, I was like, you know what, Andre, you need to pray. I prayed about it, and I said, you know what? And I told my parents, hey, I mean, this looks like opportunity. They were like saying, are you sure this is a legit thing? Because you know there are a lot of scams going on in the world. And
Sure,
I
yeah.
said, well, yeah, sure. And even when I got the stuff, I did the interview, I did the Skype interview, and then I did the face-to-face interview. I was just like, I was nervous. I was just being me. She said she likes my energy, and because you're going to need that sort of energy to deal with the children. And it was just an overall good feeling. It's one of the best interviews I've ever had. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I got through, and I was like excited. And it never hit me that I was leaving Jamaica until like the day before when they had the final going away party for me and stuff,
Yeah.
that I was leaving Jamaica for real. Yeah, and I
Mm.
actually cried at my father's birthday and going away party. I actually cried for the first time in public. I didn't know why I was crying. I was trying not to cry. I was trying to be, you know, whatever. I was like, you know what? I said some bullshit, man. I said so much trash about to my brother to say, you know, like some emotional stuff. Like, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, you know, yeah. And so that was really emotional. One of my friends actually cried, and he punched me, saying, "Why, you know, nobody makes you cry." And he punched me and said, "Yo, you shouldn't make. Why you made me cry?" I'm like, "Dog, what was that for? Why are you hurting me? I mean, come on."
Right, you're already leaving. Why add insult to injury, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
uh, and a girl that I was really fond of. I mean, we basically lived like maybe 5 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
She said to me when I was in, why did I do what I did? So, I did something that I should have done like maybe 4 months ago, 4 months in advance of leaving, but I waited until my birthday, which was like a month before I was leaving. So I left Jamaica the 9th of May, I think, or
Mm.
the 7th of May, and I did something that maybe I shouldn't have done. But I said I had to do it before I leave Jamaica, or else I wouldn't forgive myself. And I did it, and she said, "Why do this now?" And she said, "You know, Andre, you know, I don't think you're coming back." I said, "Why would he say something like that? Why would he say something like that? You don't know me." And then, but she does know me very well. And I was like, you know, what did I do to give off that I wasn't coming back? You know, because I was an important member of a choral, which is a music group. Um, I was like basically the lead tenor and the treasurer. So I basically was apparently the person that was holding the group together.
Yeah.
And persons were like, "Hey, Andre, when you leave," those were things I had to leave behind. I was happy singing with my group. I was making a lot of money, but I was comfortable-ish, kind of. But there are a lot of organizations I left behind, and it really was. I was torn with whether
Yeah.
I'm going to remain like this for the rest of my life, or I'm going to try and explore and see what I can do to become a better person. And yeah, and this is the most I've actually ever said about my trip to Japan to anybody because you know you're my virgin, you're my homie, and you know feel like oh just letting everything hang out and let people know what's the motivation behind being in Japan. And so yeah, that's basically it. I came to Japan with I didn't even ask any serious questions about where's my accommodation going to be like. I didn't ask crap like that because I'm a man and I don't need to go into fine details. Just need to know I'm getting paid. I'm gonna have somewhere to sleep, and there's food, and that's it. I don't need to know like if it's a two-bedroom, AC, heater stuff. I don't need all of that. I just want to know when I'm getting paid, if I'm gonna get money X Y Z, and that was it. If someone's gonna pick me up at the airport, that's all I need to know. I didn't know where I was going exactly or anything. I just was ready to get out. Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, I think that makes you pretty unique as far as the community goes, right? Like, I mean, like, almost everybody else you talk to who makes it in the Javelin community is like, I mean, they not that you didn't mean to come here, of course. I mean, obviously you made your choice, but like it was something they were gunning for a while, and you sort of like stumbled into it almost, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like you're okay with that with that bit of happenstance?
Yeah. Because tell you the truth, I did not know anybody. I didn't watch any videos before coming over here. I swear
Huh.
to you. I maybe watched like just a couple actually, but I didn't even know who to look for. I didn't even look at I wasn't that like, oh my god, I need to watch all these videos to know what's going on in Japan so I
Right.
can be right prepared. What the hell, nigga? You need to come here. Here's the thing that people, I think, what I realized the other day when I was doing some videos and I actually took a break, I said, why tell people overseas almost everything that was going to happen in Japan? When is it? How are they going to get the surprise you felt when you saw this thing? You know what I mean? Or that feeling
Right.
you got by experiencing something for the first time. So I'm not saying that you can't tell them like the basic details, which is fine, which a lot of people do. But some people are like, okay, you gotta do it exactly like this, or else you're gonna. Yeah, you should tell them the basic guidelines. If they make the mistake, they learn and remember better for most things. Like I was applying for applied for some Western Union thing. Forms in Japan are hell, okay? And if you don't have your Japanese on point, your ass is grass, and you'll be filling out forms for the rest of your life. So, I mean, yes, you want some help to say, okay, you need this and this for your credit card, or this and this for your bank account, and this for that. But you also need to get a little experience, the little mishap. That make it kind of adds to the whole thing, as growing up as an adult. If everything was handed, okay, you don't need to go there, don't go there, then how are you going to remember? If you make a wrong turn and then you find out the right way, you will never make a wrong turn again. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's
that's
it's
a fair
kind
point.
of it's tricky how you balance the whole thing there, the whole J vlogging thing. But I mean, it's whatever. I don't know how it's J vlogging, but yeah, that's why I talk and I get all off tangents and stuff. So the
Oh
question
no.
was, how did I get here? Like I mean, it was one of those things. I wasn't the big anime guy. I used to watch Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z.
Right, right.
But I wasn't into Metal Bleach and Metal Samurai X and all these things that people were into.
Sure.
And you know, I like Pokemon when it came out the first edition, and maybe a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh. But that's basically that was it for me. I mean, I came here. I love sushi. Yeah, that's it. Sushi. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a lot worse than coming over here just because you love the food, right? For sure.
Yeah, for sure, homie. But
Yeah.
hey, I didn't know about these octopus, but I just know Japan had weird food. But I wasn't like, okay, I need to research all these things. I'm like, I'm gonna be here. Let me go out and get lost, experience, walk up and down and get that food, and that's how I guess that's how a lot of people make their videos too. Because when you get lost, you find a lot of footage you never planned for as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you find the best things when you get lost, man, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
But before we dive a little further into this, but as I would really I really really want to. Um let's do like the whole greeting thing here over in the comments. Say hello to people, and we can do the lightning round, and then we can hop on back into this. You wondrously informational and exciting human being.
Lord have mercy, this boy. Okay, shout out Gaijin Chris, Dude Jericho, big up on yourself. Dude Jericho. I think I saw Posey earlier.
Yeah,
Sean
Posey's in
Crow.
here.
Did I
Yep,
see
we're
Lucas? Yeah, Posey,
Lucas
yeah, big
isn't
up on yourself.
Lucas isn't here yet. He's probably working, but I'm sure he'll be around eventually. Sort of a
Yeah.
lighter crowd than usual tonight, but we will certainly make do. People can't handle the amazing that is Andre. That's just what it comes down to.
Yeah, or people just don't like me.
That's
You know?
ridiculous,
That's
and
that's that's
I reject that
that's
notion.
I swear to you, homie. I think that's a big deal. I'm too black.
I really hope that's not the case.
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
mean it is what it is, right? But
they can't stop me, homie. I'm gonna be great. They can't stop me. So it's just delaying the inevitable. I'm just
I
laughing
love
at
that
it right now.
attitude. I love that attitude. All right, let's hop into the lightning round. There are 5 questions. We're gonna play some stupid music in the background. Please answer them as quickly as possible,
Okay.
and then we'll move on. All right. So here we go. Let's get the stupid music, aforementioned stupid music playing. All right, there we go. All right, Andre, what's your favorite curse word and why?
I don't have a favorite curse word.
Really,
I
you
don't,
don't? You just try to.
I don't really curse. I really refrain from cursing, so I don't really
Okay,
know.
well, what what is your favorite non-curse word?
Favorite non-curse word, Japanese or English?
Japanese?
Yatta!
Okay, fair enough. It's a good choice. All right, what things do you hate or strongly dislike if you have a problem with the word hate?
Egg, not raw egg, natto.
Yeah.
Natto is absolutely gross. I hate fake people. I
Mm.
hate hypocrites. I hate persons are who are manipulative, condescending, all those bad things.
Yeah, yeah.
I like people if you're like really manipulative and you're honest and you say, hey, you know what, I like to use people. At least I know that from the get go. I hate also
Right.
prejudice people
That's
who are prejudiced.
yeah.
Uh, but then again, I don't know. Everyone has their own prejudices and biases, so it could be a bit hypocritical of me to say that. But it's whatever. Yeah,
All right, fair enough. Question 3. Who's the best looking YouTuber and or celebrity?
YouTuber, female clearly, because that's what I do. Look at females. Damn. J- I think Superwoman Lily is so hot that she's a big YouTuber from LA or Canada. She's Indian. And then for J vlogging, it's between Laura Dex is a stud. She's in Belgium or France right now. She is hot, hot. Like she's from mixed Mauritius and so she's hot. Hot. But then you have like Hickey, you got Charlotte, you got Rachel, all those cars. Oh, I can't bother. Strawberry mochi too. Yeah.
That is fair. That is fair.
Too many. And Lisa sometimes. Too many. I can't. I could go on for the rest of the day. All hotties.
Hotties everywhere. No, that's true. There are a lot of gorgeous women in the J-vlogging community. I will say that. All right, but this is not my time to talk. What awful food do you love? So like junk food or whatever.
I love Jamaican jerked pork. I love pizza, like not the Japanese pizza, but real pizza.
Yeah, the pizza. That's just a sad situation, I think. All right.
Very sad.
Sorry. Moving on. What's your musical guilty pleasure? Like, what is some terrible, terrible music that you know better, but you still can't get away from it?
Terrible. I don't know if I have. I guess for you guys, because you don't know, it will be dancehall music. Some of it is not as clean as it should be in terms of the content, but it's just a part of the Jamaican culture. Yeah,
Fair enough.
dancehall music.
Fair enough. All right, man. Well, thank you. That'll do it for the lightning round there. I I don't know. I don't know about that music ever, but it keeps making an appearance. Um, so we sort of like touched on it a little bit in the intro, but you mentioned, I mean, that you didn't really watch J-vloggers beforehand, and I think I heard you mention, or maybe Shane mentioned that Shane was the one who got you started into J-vlogging, or
Yeah, yeah, that's correct.
and did you guys meet like professionally and then it happened, or how'd that go down?
Okay, so Shane and I were in the same training group for work company for work,
Okay.
and he asked like where was I gonna be? Like I ended up I was gonna be in Toyota. He lived like in Nagoya, Kamijima, which was like 10 minutes from Sakai or less than 10. So we started hanging out a couple of times, and then he said, "Hey Dre, you should totally start vlogging, because you could make some money, and you're funny, and you're hilarious. People will love you." I'm like, whatever, man. It doesn't make any sense. So the first night I went out with him. I had my guitar. The first thing I did, I went to meet up with him with Victor. I met Victor while Victor was leaving. I saw Victor walking, and he said, "Oh, are you Andre?" And Victor, I said, "Yes." Why? Well, Shane said some black guy with a guitar should be walking, coming to meet him. So like he's right there. So what the hell? What the hell is Shane talking about? Right. So that's what I meant. I was briefly in Victor's video for about like 10 seconds because he was walking and recording.
Right.
And then I met this guy named Gary. Gary, who is he's like the bearded Santa Claus in
Yeah,
Nagoya.
yeah, I know of him, yeah.
And then I met Reagan that night too. And then after that, we went out. And my first video was when I went to Sakai. And I did the horrible thing of filming like this because I didn't know anything about it.
Sure, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then, but that video, my first video, it got so much hits because Shane shouted me out. And then there was like some cute girls in that video, and they were saying they were going to the club. And I was like, ooh. But I didn't have a lot of money at the time because it was first paycheck and it's short. I was like, this girl's cute. Come on. Oh. Yeah, and that was the start of it. And then I started hanging out with Shane a lot. We made a couple. We did like the most. Shane has been like the most supportive one. He did the most collabs with me. He basically said, "Hey, don't worry about it. It will come. You're gonna be so big soon. You don't have to worry about anything." I'm like, "Yeah, Shane, whatever." I like, "Don't worry. Just need something will come." I like, "You just need to get the time in." I'm like, "Yeah, Shane, whatever. You can say anything you want." You're at like 5,000 or 4,000 subs at the time. Yeah, he said he just got lucky with the Mira thing, and that he should do some collabs with the big people because Rachel wasn't here yet. So he said when Rachel comes back up, you can do some collabs with her because she's cool. I'm like, who's Rachel doing? I said, why do you don't know? And then he showed. I went on it and looked, and they were like the biggest ever. I knew Charlotte because Shane always talked about Charlotte
Right.
in Japan, and she was my first crush ever. But I even sang. I did a song. I think it was a John Legend, the same John Legend, but I was that's what I couldn't really sing that well, and the guitar was not that good and stuff. Yeah, live, and I mean, it was crazy. And then I shouted out, and I got her. She subscribed to me at that point when I did like a shout out, like a song in Shane's video, and Shane said he did not tell me to say that, and she said, "Oh my God, that's so cute. I'll subscribe," and I got her to subscribe. But yeah, and that was basically it. I did a video with Victor like last year summer. That video would have launched me further than I would have been at least at 3,000 subs by now. Because that video is hilarious. It talks about racism in Japan, and I was like basically the punchline guy in all of the skits.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it's whatever, but I mean, you can't rush these things. I mean, they're big. They are basically the bigger vloggers, so you have to wait until they are ready to do their thing. And that's one of the things, you can film so much people, but especially the bigger J vloggers or the bigger YouTubers, and it is when they can release or when they decide to edit it that it's done.
Right, yeah, yeah.
So you can't be like you can't be like, hey, when are you gonna release? You gotta just wait to wait to wait and wait.
Well, I want
So
to
yeah.
see that. I want to see that now.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see it, but I mean, hey, I'm just grateful that I mean that even they included me, and
Right, yeah,
as
yeah.
but Shane was the one that always remember me. Now Victor kind of remembers me more often than not, because like the other guys are gone, so that's kind of a blessing in disguise.
Right, yeah, yeah. It's his posse of J bloggers, right?
Yeah, Shane and Reagan are gone, so I guess it's my time to shine eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
it's what.
you've done pretty well for yourself. I mean, I mean with Tomoko and Rachel and June and all those other guys, right? I mean, you've made some good connections, I think.
Yeah, I've made some good connections. I haven't gotten it really on the big collab. I haven't done a collab with Tomoka yet. I need to. People have promised to, and I'm like, what? I'm not even gonna fight it. It's whatever. People forget, and it's kind of gets frustrating a little bit that you basically put out a lot for some people, or put out a lot to get, to kind of, and then it's not as rewarding as you think it should be, but nothing before it's time. So, I mean, yeah, it's all about timing, really. And I haven't started talking about my channel yet, but I'm talking about the J Block. Okay, great, yeah.
No, yeah, yeah, but I mean, how much of that though? I mean, I hear like a lot in what you're saying. Like, I mean, there's a little bit of frustration there. I mean, is that wrong to say?
No, it's not wrong to say. I mean, it was, I was frustrated at one point. I was like, really, like, what the hell is going on? I mean, people always seem to forget. It's like, how can they forget me? I'm big and, ominous and, how do you forget someone like Andre, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
not like
Yeah, I
I'm
got you.
quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, it's until you have. I mean, I guess it's part of paying dues until you have actually earned somebody's respect enough that they wouldn't even think twice. It becomes like a natural reaction for them to say, "Hey, you know what I'm gonna be? Let me call Andre." So
Right, right, yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying.
so now it's more like, Andre, just wait it out, and I'm gonna do things a bit differently. Come April after my birthday, it's gonna be at some next level shit, man. I'm promising you guys this. I am. That's why I am. Well, later on when we reach my channel stuff, yeah, I will tell you guys what's about to pop off. But yeah, I was frustrated, not frustrated anymore. I just being patient, really patient, and I just sometimes like I look at other people and say, look at this person just flying. I'm like, Andre, look, comparison is the killer of all joy. Okay,
That is
just do
so
your thing.
incredibly true. Yeah, I
Just do your thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, and I mean, I will not steal the thunder of you being able to talk more about like some of the changes, but we've talked about them a little bit, but I'm looking forward to whatever you're gonna do. But I don't know, man. Like the thing that I really like about your channel is that there's never any doubt like whose videos you're watching. You know what I mean? Like there is, and I count myself in what I'm about to say is that there is so much content that is so incredibly similar, right? That if you could change out the faces, you could change out the voices, like you would be like, okay, well this is, I mean, how much, there's not that much variation between them, you know what I mean? Um,
Mm.
and I mean, I I think the thing that you get so right in your videos is your identity. Like you don't seem to have any trouble being Andre on camera.
Mm.
Um, and I mean, you can see that in like really physical, obvious ways. For example, like your hair. We were talking about that earlier. Like I mean, you do your thing, you know. But I mean,
That's right.
there's also the type of content you do and the way you edit and things like that. So I mean, is that a conscious decision for you? Like you don't want to put out the same like chaff as 90% of the community, or I mean, is that just like is it is it conscious, or is it something you have to do as just like a creative outlet? It comes out that way.
Um. Well, firstly, my editing when I just started was actually trash because I didn't know what I was doing. I
Yeah,
used to do sound editing like when I was back in the day, so I had an idea of what I wanted to get. But when you're doing videos now, especially with my computer it's set up, you have to be able to especially my software because it can't break down the time as precise. So I have to space my words a little bit more.
yeah,
So instead of talking like I'm talking to you now, I was like, okay, guys, so today I went to do something that, so when I cut, it gets sharp. So today I went to the supermarket, then we went to so it kind of gives it a little more
yeah, yeah,
thing. I learned that sometimes the longer videos with me just rambling is not as effective as the short ones with the cuts that go bam, bam, bam. You're like, damn, damn. I keep hitting and I keep hitting. So I watched a lot of other videos. I watched my old videos to see how I can improve.
yeah, yeah. Which is an important part
And,
of the process.
and right. And I just thought that there needs to be like more of a comedic take on a lot of the issues and a lot of things that happen in Japan and all of
Mm,
my experience because I how you see me in the video, I don't think people realize that's how I am in real life. I don't people think I put on extra Shane says I put on extra in the video, but I really don't. That's just me. I tend to be extreme. I will overblow things just for the sake to get one extra smile. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
So so it's really anybody who has hung out with me would see that hey, I am just that crazy. And yeah, so with that, I mean, I try also to meet new people, and with that, is YouTube has given me an excuse just to walk up to people now and ask stupid questions or act dumb, which I have stopped, which was what my initial style. My initial style was just to go up and ask people some stupid questions with my stupid Japanese, which I'm going to do some more of those videos again coming up later on. But I mean, I just wanted something that would be fresh and not the regular informational, but information with some little hyperbole, some exaggeration, and so you can pick apart what you want to pick. And someone asked me the other day, what is the purpose of your channel? And I was like, wait, think about it, Andre. You spread yourself so much sometimes. You can do this. Sometimes you do singing. Sometimes you do this. Sometimes you do that. What is it going? I said, I just want to entertain people. I said, oh, okay, I understand. Because you seem very stupid to me. When I was doing the Wrestling Girl and I video, yeah, she said, it seems stupid. She didn't understand what I was doing. And then she said, oh, okay, makes sense now. That's where acting stupid. Because she's from New York, she doesn't know anything about Japan. She doesn't know anything about Japan culture.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
I want to make videos that people from anywhere in the world can say, "This is just funny." I don't even care if I understand what I say. This is hilarious. That's my ultimate goal for this YouTube channel.
So yeah, but you're talking about, in a way, capturing the lightning in the bottle, right? The universality of comedy. That's something hard to spin, I think. But
Yep.
yeah, but I mean, so is that? Have you found that to be one of the hard parts for you? Is making is finding that sweet spot, or I mean, what is the hard part for you? Time, creative energy.
It's not the time. It's not the creative energy because sometimes what happens is like you get an idea, and when you try to execute it, it doesn't come out exactly how you think it should
Yeah, I hear
have.
that. Right.
And also is to get you might have something have one line, one concept, and it is funny as hell, but you don't have anything else to support it to make it like a good 3 minute video. I'm
Right.
dead serious. I have some concepts that I have to really think about, and I said, you know what? A lot of my videos, Charlie, I don't even write down anything, and that's
Just
a
sort of let
problem.
it
It's
flow.
good, and it's also a problem because I have to do takes, more than one take. One, two. Sometimes I lose the original trail of thought that would have made it a bit better. And so in the wrestling girl, I started doing a freestyle. Saying, you know what, let me write down something to have an idea of what I need to do and get the timing and the beat. So that was probably one of my more better executed videos because everything was on point. The climax of my line hits right when the beat was coming back into the core, and it just flowed nicely. So that was a good one, and so now I realize that I need to structure my thing a little bit more.
Mm.
So the videos that I've done really well, the ones that I've structured properly, the types of foreigners in Japan, I spent at least 2 weeks just making sure I refined some things. I wrote it down and said, okay, these are the 4 main points, and I can chat foolishness out of that, right? But it's just really to get people to watch it because if people see, they're going to find it entertaining or at least interesting. You know what I mean? So it's just that you have to be careful with how you time you release your videos too. Because I said, let me just try an experiment. So I released the rest of the Gorilla video about 2 weeks ago, and it's at 600 and something views. It wouldn't get to 600 and something views if I put out 2 more videos. Because everybody watch the latest one that comes out and says, oh, I can't
Yeah.
bother to
Right.
go
No,
back to
that's
watch that.
that's fair.
Alright?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's all
I'm,
about, you can't do that until you're really big enough to get that. But then it's what you want to get out. I mean, it's about you, you know.
yeah.
Build it and they will come. That's what they told me. I've been building, homie, and ain't nobody coming to my hotel more than so. You know what I mean? But
I don't.
yeah.
Yeah. I think you
Shout out
deserve
Emily
a
Louise
little more.
Nathan in this thing. Shout out
Yes.
Emily,
Hello,
she's in the chat,
hello,
and
Emily.
my my friend Amy. I met her at the Penis Festival, and she popped in. Hey, Amy Barton, you Liverpool girl.
Hello,
She's a
Amy.
hot Brit. Yeah.
Fair enough. Jimmy Barton.
And
Hello.
Al Kamida, big up yourself.
Yeah, Al. What's up, man? Nice to see you. And I think we had somebody else join. We had Ninjaroo joined in too. What's up, Ninjaroo?
Ninjaru! Big up yourself, Samurai Ninja guy.
So
And
how much?
Non-Beery, Hito.
Nambiri Hito. Oh, of course, Nambiri, all the way from Singapore. But I
Yeah.
mean, how much? Uh, I mean, your videos. I mean, obviously they're not just. I mean, increasingly so. It seems like they're more of like part of a creative process, right? Where you actually like you're doing those things you're talking about. You're having the idea, you're building them, and you're trying to sort of refine them and make something great. And I mean, how much of that comes from your background as a musician, where like that same sort of mentality is really important?
Uh, you know, a lot of things, the things that you're truly inspired to do, tend to have, I mean, it tend to have, it tends to be easier because when you're inspired in that moment, you can just write 10 songs,
Right,
and
yeah,
then
of course. The
then you
muse,
have
right? The
then
muse.
yeah, then you have the free time, and you're trying to write something and you can't get past a chorus. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It just doesn't feel right. And so I have a lot of unfinished songs. I have lots of hooks that really would sound good, but I can't find the proper verse. And then I find something that makes sense, and I don't finish it. It's just a vibe. And so sometimes the videos, maybe to people it has a feeling that it's not finished because I make a point and I deliberately, like there was the last video I did, the teaching in Japan video, which I think would have been at least doing better than it's doing now. But I mean, it's whatever. That will pick up in the summer and later on in September when people are wanting to come to Japan again. So it's about the cycle and time. Anyway, I want to word. But I mean, I thought that was a good information video with a little fun and a little of my experience story, which is what I try to do. So in my experience, present the facts, my experience, and then you can draw your own conclusion, which is something. And if people value you as a person and they find it entertaining, they will, take it in.
So I mean, you actively try to not give people the answer. Then is what I'm hearing. Like you want people to have
I
to like draw it for themselves.
I like people to draw it for themselves
Yeah,
because
yeah. I think that's smart.
it, it helps to. I said, okay, so like let's just say, okay, this is not. I don't ever give an exhaustive list of anything deliberately, because
Right,
one, if you want to do a part two, you can do a part two video, or three, or the other part is you leave space for people to make comments. Say, you left this out. I said, okay, I said this is not an exhaustive list.
right.
Things like that. I mean, but
Yeah,
you want people to think as well because you don't want them to like, okay, oh my god, he gave me all the types of things that I need to know about Japan. Okay, fine, and that is the be all. And I remember Hiko Simon was saying about people acting like they are the authority figures on Japan when they come to Japan.
yeah, right, yeah.
I always say, hey, I am I'm just saying from what I know, and this is how I've experienced it, and I make sure to express that explicitly so that they can say, well, I'm not telling you this is how you must do it.
Right, yeah. I
But
mean, there has been a lot of talk about that recently. I mean, I guess there's never stopped being talk about it, but I think Victor recently made a video in response to somebody basically saying like how important it is like to understand that all of us we're talking about our own experience even if we don't explicitly say it. But it cuts
mm,
both ways, right? Because if you don't say something and you leave it out, it's almost like there's an assumption that that's not the case, right? That you're leaving that out on purpose as opposed to it just being part of your experience. And if you do mention something, it's almost like you're saying that's the only way it can be, right? That's how it's often
mhm,
perceived, and so it's definitely,
mhm.
yeah, double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah, man, yeah. Yep.
uh, I mean,
Honey. Sorry.
no, ooh, ooh. But I mean, I definitely want to talk about. I want to talk about your music. I mean, people know Andre as like. I mean, people know you got some pipes, right? Like you've got your karaoke vids out. You've been on various things and like our after shows and stuff like that where you've rocked out. And then, of course, karaoke live streams and things like that. But I mean, how much of your audience knows that you're also like a songwriter, like and you've got some awesome tracks out.
I don't know because I had started. I didn't know about how to use YouTube properly, so I
Hi,
had a
Lisa.
video. I had a subscriber thingy. Hi Lisa. I had an old channel which I am not going to use. I'm going to start a new channel comes April. A new channel with some of my original songs and also with more covers. So that's going to be exclusively for music and
Nice.
my musical performances that I plan to do in Japan. So I like have snippets of it on my main channel, mixed in with like more like the scene of what is happening, and
Sure.
then if you want the authentic performances or the authentic covers or full covers, you're going to find it on that channel. So that is definitely my plan come April when I can hopefully I should still start practicing. more because I'm supposed to also be on a show in Tokyo.
Oh, you mentioned, yeah, you mentioned
Um,
that.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be there, but I submitted my stuff. Hopefully, I do get on. It's called One Love Festival. It's a Jamaican festival that's really big in Tokyo every year,
Solid.
and I'm gonna do two songs, a Bob Marley and a Dennis Brown. Hopefully, I get to even if I don't get to do two, I just do one. I just want to get that exposure there,
Sure, yeah, yeah.
singing on the stage, and I'm going to do some shout outs to both YouTube right there. And I'm going to say a few, like maybe 10 seconds. Hey, check out PigglesdiGaijin, YouTube slash blah, blah, blah. And also, whoever I can get in, squeeze in. I have to have a little list there.
Right, yeah,
And so if
yeah.
you watch YouTube, yeah, so I mean, hopefully I can get that out because I mean, I am going to do some crazy promo that weekend because that's like Japanese, Jamaicans, foreigners. I'm gonna be all up in that business. I need to get a shirt or something saying "Pickles the guy, you." I need to do something,
You
homie.
do,
I
you
need it.
absolutely need a
I
shirt, yeah.
need, and I'm gonna do a definite mad up hairstyle. I don't know what I need to be because I got so many stares and looks and questions on was it Sunday at the Honen Matsuri Festival, Penis Festival.
When you're
I even
rocking
got
your
an
fro
interview.
hawk.
Yeah, and I even got an interview on TV with Amy. Amy was there too. Got an interview by
No shit, that's
because they saw
awesome.
my yeah. So hopefully that works out. That they see me. I tried to plug the YouTube video. YouTube, hey, because the guys on YouTube check me out, but I don't know if they're going to keep it in because none of these Japanese people are very proper.
Yeah.
And,
Keep your
yeah,
fingers crossed, but
yeah. So I
so
see a big influx.
I mean, what does the end game look like for you then? I mean, if you're starting a separate channel, I mean, is first I should ask. I mean, how much of a struggle is it for you to balance like what you want to do with music versus what you want to do making videos? I mean, is there a lot of tension there for you?
No, not really. But the thing is, I just want to. There's actually, I just wanted to. I know I have a okay audience on my original channel, but I don't want it to be that when I do singing now, people say, hey, you know, what have you switched out of those type of videos. So what I will do, I'm going to link this channel to the new channel to this channel and say, hey, this is the music part where you can get the singing. So arguably, what's going to happen, I know it's going to happen, the music one is going to get bigger than the J vlogging eventually. Or not, or both of them could grow huge as hell. I don't know, but I feel the music I can do a little bit more. Just that I need to learn some more songs and, you know, be myself with the songs, you know. Because I even
Mm,
have serious, I had like serious confidence issues with my singing because I just couldn't sound like people. I always wanted to sound like somebody because that's how the song was sung by them. So I want to sound like them when in fact my voice is not built like them, but I do have a good voice. That's what people tell me at least. And so I need to know how to sing the songs with my range and my tone and my thing, which I've started to do since coming to Japan. And so I've just embraced my voice and just trying to use it because it's powerful. Just need to know how to lock it in and so hit that. You know what I mean?
I think yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I mean you know I come from music background too, and I honestly think that's a classic dilemma, man. I don't know if you ever get past wanting to sing, like, especially like the people you grew up loving, right? Like, you love that sound so much, and it's hard. It's hard to be okay with what you sound like, and I think it's the same way with videos, right? It's okay to make your own insanity, like the focus. I think.
Yeah. True.
Mm.
True. 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 True.
But I mean, I would definitely looking forward to when that music thing kicks off. I mean, what genres are you looking at playing in? I mean, do you have one that you want to define yourself by, or
But generally I do reggae, but I want to like almost like a reggae soul. So it's more
cool?
like meaning. I don't know what to explain. It's like I love John Legend. I love Sam Smith. John Legend is like my favorite ever. But they even did a do it other day, and I'm gonna cry. Right. But I can't do it. Right. So John Legend is just his amazing voice, and he has such amazing control. And it's sometimes when he gets this rockish sound, that I'm like, oh God, this guy does so. And then Sam Smith is just like this cool, effortless, powerful. I don't know, you know.
That
And
head
there's Michael
voice, man.
Bublé.
That head voice. Oh my
Head
god.
voice. I don't have that head. I know I need to work on it. And because of this damn winter, that's why I can't stand Japan. Winter has killed my voice
Mm.
easily. And I tend to get sinus and stuff, and it's annoying.
Well,
So when
the
I
summer's
got,
coming when you won't be able to
hey,
move without getting sweaty
no man, I don't mind
from
that.
like breathing.
When you're sweating, you're actually better because your pores are open and you're getting to get all these toxins on your body. And then I can, hey, that's high dose the effort. See, everybody's all go already.
J-Boy74, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, but keep the world posted though on the whole Tokyo show thing because that's amazing. I hope it comes together
Me too.
with a
And
little
I
bit of luck.
won't disappoint. I won't disappoint, homie. I'm an entertainer, man.
I believe it. I
After
believe it.
when I hit that stage, it's all over, man. All the nerves and everything is gone.
That's yeah,
Trust me.
right. I mean that is the sign that you are a born performer. I think, man.
Yeah, man. I love it. I mean, I love being on stage. I love talking publicly. It's just. I guess I just live for that rush, man. It's something. It's like, oh my god, I need another hit. Give me that performance. Ah.
You're an addict, all right. You're an addict and you need help.
I love. Yeah, I need it. You know what? You know what? One thing I know that won't happen is that I won't ever forget anybody. That's how I am. I just won't forget you regardless. And oh, we start talking about our channel already, right? Let me talk about channel. So, plans I have. I plan to do a promo of the smaller channels on my channel each month. I'm thinking I'm gonna start out once a month, with a video, not even collabs yet. I'm just talking about a straight promo. So promo, like maybe 2 or 3 persons in a video, a 3 minute video, your person 45 seconds each, where I say, hey, check out this person's channel, this is what they do basically, blah blah blah, and yeah. So give them a shout out once a month, maybe twice, depending on how I get the person, because I've met some other person that wanted the YouTube too. I say, hey, if you need help, I can help get him to get started. And for those of my friends who are already there, I'm gonna support them as well, because I know what it feels like not to get that push, or not to have people to like say, hey, I'm willing. It doesn't matter how big or small you are. Um, once you're someone that's willing to put in the work, and I see that there's something there, I'm gonna help you. I'm probably people don't see that with me, that's why I don't want to collab. But I don't give a mother pearl of what they think, because I'm coming to get them.
See, I think Wikipedia is here, and Roz is here, and Kazuki, what's up, man? And someone who's just called YouTube. But no, man, I think that's one of the most impressive things is you are very big into sort of giving people shots, right? I mean, in helping people get noticed, which I think is unfortunately too rare a thing. I hope should my channel get bigger that I maintain that sort of mentality too. But I mean, do you worry about that though? I mean, I've always sort of tried to see the opposite perspective. Like, do you worry about plugging people and then having it not work out for you? Like plugging somebody who maybe people aren't your followers don't like having to see that. I mean,
Here's the thing,
Lucas.
I just this is the real deal, okay?
Yeah,
You're gonna have people that don't like it regardless, and you're gonna have people that subscribe to you that don't like you read it, but they subscribe to see your crap and thumb it down, or get people to leave
true.
your channel. Well, here's the thing. I don't even care if people who started out after me get bigger than me, because that's just their fate. I mean, I'm gonna be big too. No matter how, it's when. No matter if, it's when. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, hey, guess what? I mean, I was there when you were at 0 people and 12 people. I subscribed, I share your videos, I do shout outs, I promote your stuff. Remember me. Don't be like, oh, okay, well, you know what? I gotta go do this thing with, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, all right, whatever. But, I mean, their presence, I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. I get it. Because let me tell you something. I am a very sensitive person when it comes to people relationships and those things. Because I've been burned in the past. I know I'm going to get burned in the future, but it won't be as bad as it used to be in terms of burns. It might be like which one's first? First degree, like a minor burn, not a big first degree, third, fourth degree, whatever burn, which is the worst ones that you can't recover from. Because, you know, everything, you can't escape life, and people in life are either the good or the bad, and they can make up the good to kind of good, but they have a little bad way there or that sort of thing. And I just feel that you just need to live like it's you in that situation. So imagine if someone says, "Hey, let's do a video," and then all of a sudden you see them doing videos with other people all the time and leaving you out. And then you say, "Hey, you're supposed to say, oh, you know what? I couldn't get to do this because it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth." So I try not to, because I know how it feels to get shafted and put aside and thrown away and blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what? Me, don't want that to feeling ever again to have the other people who might not be as strong as me or as determined as me to get. But guess what? I'm going to help those who really want to get their thing out there and an audience. I have a friend that just started. I'm going to help her when she comes to soccer in May. I'm going to help her out too with a show her some video editing tips firsthand and stuff. I mean, because people need to understand at some point somebody helped you. So pay it for. Simple. Just help one, or help a few. You know what I mean? Because that's how the world was meant. There's enough resources for everybody to be comfortable in this world. But no, no, no. Someone has to hoard and keep because they want to hold power. You know what I mean? So I try to look at life like, hey, I'm gonna try and at least I pay it forward and not be hung up on certain things. Cause I do get hung up on it like once in a while, but I mean, it's one of those things. It's a phase. You're human. You drop back into relapse. You know what I mean?
I feel ya. No, I'm sitting here quietly, sort of absorbing your philosophizing. It's making me want to give you a high five. Because
Yeah. Who's? Go ahead.
I mean,
Sorry.
you've taken, like, to be honest, a little bit of flack for being. I mean, for wanting so much for your channel to like get big, man. But I mean, I think the thing about you is that you maintain that, like, it's never going to be good enough until it's good enough mentality. But it's actually it's surprisingly positive, I think, right? Like, you don't have like an embittered attitude about the whole thing. It's pretty, yeah, man. And I realize I'm sort of patting you on the back right now, but that's what I was thinking when you were so.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Majin Pickles.
Yeah, yeah. We were talking. What was it? The other day, he was saying that he thought my name came from Majin Buu.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, so there are three forms. So he says I must pick cosplay as Majin Buu. I might do that, Raz, but I don't think I can find the white diaper looking, the white pants, and I'd have to lose some weight to get into the form I want to. You know?
But at least we'll be able to find. Should be able to get you like a giant purple cape at least, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Adult diapers. Oh man, I'm getting a weird image of you in an adult diaper and a cape in my head.
Hello. No, no, that's okay. Daijoubu. Daijoubu.
Deja vu. All right, man. Well, let's move on into like the final phase of the stream because we are getting towards the end. For those of you in the comments who haven't been there for this part before, there are 3 games which Andre and I will sort of play to wrap out the show. So we will give you here in the comments. I will say them, the rules and everything as I type, so make sure you guys get it. 1-word anecdote. You guys pick a word. We have to tell a true story related to that word. The second option, 5-word spontaneity. Give us 5 words. Yeah, actually, Sean does raise a good question. Are you going to paint yourself pink?
Hell no, I'll just drink some Pepto-Bismol. I don't even know how
Drink a
it goes.
crap ton of Pepto-Bismol. Crap ton, Pepto-Bismol. Terrible joke. Moving on.
Yep.
Never words, and we have to either make up a story or tell true story
And this-
related to those. And last one, rando dictionary. All right. So maybe people are already voting on the game, and the word so far is sexcapade. Ninjaru, is that what you're saying? You want the one-word one, and the word is sexcapade?
Wow.
This is a vast improvement over the first week we did this game when Chokochi was on, and the word was dicks. No repeats, by the way, people. No repeats from previous weeks, please.
One word mistake. Mistake. Ah. Okay. Okay, so
Necrophiliac. All right, so I guess it's one word. All right. Yeah, well, we should give them like, I don't know, give you guys like a minute or two to come to some consensus on the word. So put your word in the comments, and we'll take those as votes. I guess. Andre, do you have one you're hoping for out of the others?
necrophiliac. What the hell is wrong with Lucas, man? Jesus.
Well, at least he's keeping to form. Ninjaru. All right. Is it sexcapade or vagina, man? You can only have one. Yeah, Amy,
Oh
that
no.
was the word. Sean's picking the word train.
Oh hell no. I have nice stories actually.
Yes. Yeah, I would love if the word was train. I would love it.
Well, I know you love train.
I am, man. I'm a
Yeah, you
fan.
love train. You're a fan of trains? You know
Train,
what a
yeah,
train
I
is,
love.
right? In
I'm.
the urban world.
No. Maybe?
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Enlighten me?
Sucks.
Do I need to Google this?
You need to. I think you just need to relax. That's what you do. When you run a train on somebody. Never mind. Never mind.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have heard the phrase "run a train." I wasn't
Okay.
aware. Yeah. Yes. All right then.
Oh my
Let's go for a
high.
normal one today.
Oh.
Socks. There's 2 votes for socks so far. All right. All right. We will give. All right, I'll give you one more minute till 10:59 here. But socks so far, it's just
God.
strangely normal.
Cause my heart is weak.
Hickey, if it makes you feel any better, I don't want to tell stories about sexcapades or vaginas, so I'm glad we're in the same boat. Socks could be interesting. All right, so I guess we'll close the voting at that, Pickles. The word is socks. Yeah, Hickey, didn't you win last week? I don't even remember what it was last week, but I'm pretty sure you won. Was it cats? Was it a cat story? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was last week when Kanto Kitsune was on. Hickey.
What am I going to talk about sucks? Oh, alright.
So do you have
I
a
have
story about
socks.
socks?
What kind of. Alright, what do you call socks? Is that the real socks or socks as in condoms?
I've literally never heard condoms called a sock before. No, that's not true.
What?
No, that's not true. I just lied and realized I was lying. Because, socks rhymes with, yeah.
Serenade you, Piggles. Ah. Interesting.
So would you like to begin by regaling the world with your lovely story of socks, Andre?
Okay. Sucks. Wow, this is. I'm trying to think how I can get a suck story that makes some. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So you ready? Are you
Yes.
ready? Joe, you're not ready. You're not ready. No. Okay. All right. All right. Hold up. Hold up. Hold on there. Hold up. All right. All right. All
What's
right.
going on?
All right. I don't know. I'm trying to get a story. All right. All right. Okay. So, here's a story. So I'm in Japan. That's where I am, because that's
Hmm.
where we are,
Yep. Yep. Truth.
and we know where we are. So we are where we are.
Hmm.
So I hit. So I go to work to teach my kids in the summer with my slippers on and my shorts because that's how we do in my job. We can go to work like that. No tie or shirt required. Homie. So, anyways, I pull on my socks. I calculate that there was a tiny hole, tiny hole. Like you couldn't even see it. But these ninja kids in my class, they sensei wasn't where. I'm looking, I don't see a hole. So I continue walking and playing. By 15 minutes into the class, this hole is almost the size of my big toe. And I'm like, okay, how am I going to play this off? Because you're not supposed to have holes in your socks as a professional. How did this? Why, Audrey? Why did you chance it? Why did you not spend the money at Don Quixote and buy some socks? The problem is, in Japan, the socks in Japan, they, all right. So I wear size 13 shoes. All right. So to get the Ugg socks in Japan actually stop at my heel. Right? I get the longer sock. I couldn't find any of the longer socks. So I had bad experiences walking on to class because the sun would burn right in the heel, but the Achilles, and the part where, right where the top of the sock is, and it rubs against my shoe. So it's rubbing against the new shoe plus the length of the socks that give me a hard time. So I hate socks in Japan. Socks in Japan suck. Socks suck in Japan. I have to order my socks online. That sucks. Right. There you go.
Indeed. You should go to like a. You should go to like a geriatric store and get you like some stretchy socks.
I'm geriatric.
Yeah, I mean,
I wear size what?
yeah, I'm just saying.
Sanji. Yeah.
You know
I
what
will
I'm talking
just
about?
wait until I will just wait till I go back home, which I won't tell anybody when I'm going back home, and buy
Mm,
a bag of stuff. Yeah.
fair enough. All right, go to the long sock store. Is it's an excellent recommendation.
Yeah, because there's a long stock store in Japan.
The long sock store. My sock story is quite similar to yours actually. Probably the third class I had taught. Between my apartment and the school, it's about a 10-minute walk. I walk every day, so things wear and tear. And yeah, sure enough, I got there one day and there was a hole in my sock, and I'm like, I'm not fucking walking home to get another pair of socks. It'll be fine.
You know what I mean? You know
Yeah,
what I mean, homie? Yeah. Sorry.
and it's like, and the freaking hole in the sock was not even like a 1 yen coin. It was like I don't know, a fifth of a 1 yen coin, right? It was a very small hole, and it didn't get any bigger. But the kids, they did. They immediately noticed it, and then and they found it to be rather kind of off-putting. And one of the parents was like upset that I was wearing holy socks, even though I didn't mean to wear holy socks. But anyway, so for like the next couple weeks, they would check my socks obsessively, um, just to make sure I wasn't such a scraggly, scrubby gaijin. I guess I don't know, but yeah,
That's
embarrassment.
very poor of you.
Yeah, it's
That's very
just
poor of you, homie.
yeah. So
I don't work.
now
I don't work with anybody.
now I just wear hiking socks whenever I go to work because those things do not tear. Hashtag believe it. That's right.
Believe it or not,
You're walking on air. Oh, the condom version. Oh, right, dude. I forgot about that one. Wearing knee-high socks. Yeah, you should get some knee-high socks, man. That's a good idea.
Not in the damn summer. What's coming up now?
Ah, dude. Yeah, the weather's getting pretty freaking humid. I gotta tell you. Not that I'm complaining, but anyway. Before we digress into things more fit for the after party, anybody have any questions for the awesome PigglesdiGaijin, Andre, who is awesome enough to come on the show?
Thank you for having me, homie.
Yeah, man, I really
This is a
enjoyed it.
1 hour show. I thought it was a 1 hour and 30-minute show. What's going on, Charlie? You're cutting me off, homie?
No, usually it's an hour, but we end up going like an hour and 15, hour and 10, depending. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you about the sock thing. Socks that go up to the anus. Lucas, somebody turn Lucas off.
No.
He's our C3PO.
Yeah, turn it off.
Yeah. All right then, everybody. But yeah, thank you as always for coming to the show. This is actually the last video on this channel for 2 weeks. I'm going on a little hiatus while I work some stuff out. But yeah, we'll be back with cool people, hopefully. And let me know if somebody you would like to have on the show when we come back from break. So yeah, thank you, Andre, for coming on. It's been awesome having you, man. It's cool to learn more about you.
Okay, sweet. So no questions, really? Y'all have no questions for me? Y'all are really mean people. I thought you were supposed to like stuff. Gosh.
People are really hung up on the socks right now, is what's happened. And they're giving you advice as to what kind of socks you should wear.
Well, you need to give them 5 minutes to get themselves together, because I know everybody wants questions. Everybody has questions.
All right, we will give some more time. All right. Questions, people.
Yeah, don't rush this. Don't rush greatness.
Ask Andre anything. Where did he get his really embarrassing tattoo? What's the one piercing that he regrets? Lucas is love. Lucas is live. Oh dear.
Talk about it being
Yeah, dude, Jericho, thank you for coming, you wonderful man.
Yeah, dude, pick up yourself. Talk about it.
Hickey, I definitely want to have you on, for sure. And yeah, we can definitely talk about doing it on the weekend. Yes, 100 times yes to that. So, Andre playing us out on his guitar. All right then. All right. So if anybody wants to come to the after show, I will tweet out a link to this hangout here, and come on by and talk to Andre. And I guess you can talk to me.
And if I go no matter what
on that note, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining. See you soon. I need to stop stealing PewDiePie stuff. Bye. Andre, say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Say goodbye to all the pretty people.
Goodbye, oh, my pretty people. Yeah.